actually break down the lore for Alan Skywalker official in the MHA world. Based on the vibe of that more human, grounded look, here is the breakdown. Hero name, Aegis Skywalker. While Skywalker is his legacy, adding Aegis, referring to a divine shield or protection, signals that he isn't just about flashy movement, he's a frontline powerhouse who protects others. It bridges the gap between his high-flying agility and his tactical, armored combat style. Quirk, Plasma Walker. This is an emitter-type quirk that allows Alan to generate and stabilize high-density plasma from his hands, feet, and the cores integrated into his suit. Propulsion. He can fire short, high-pressure plasma, burst from his feet to walk on air, or propel himself across the ground at blinding speeds. Hard light constructs. He can solidify the plasma into physical objects for a few seconds. Think plasma blades for cutting through debris or solid shields to block heavy attacks. Heat and energy. Since plasma is superheated, anything he touches while the quirk is active can be melted or scorched, making his hand-to-hand combat extremely dangerous. The drawback? If he overuses his quirk, his internal body temperature spikes dangerously, similar to Endeavor, but more focused on his nervous system. He has to rely on the cooling vents in his suit to keep from passing out during long battles. Based on her design and the name Starfang, here is a breakdown of her hero identity and abilities. Hero name, the Stellar Predator, Starfang. Quirk, Cosmic Shards. Her quirk allows her to manifest solidified energy in the form of sharp, star-shaped crystals from her fingertips. These fangs can be used as close-range claws for combat or launched as high-velocity projectiles. The energy shards share the same multicolored spectrum as her hair, with each color potentially possessing slightly different properties. For example, the orange shards might be hotter, while the green are more durable. Abilities and support gear. Prism Flight. Her wings function as high-tech support gear that channels her excess quirk energy into light-based membranes, allowing her to fly and perform high-speed aerial maneuvers. Arrow Cutter. By flapping her wings rapidly, she can create pressurized wind blades that can knock back opponents from a distance. Ultimate move, Supernova Barrage. She releases all her stored energy at once, firing a massive whirlwind of rainbow-colored crystal shards that track her targets. She would be a highly mobile, versatile hero in training, excelling at both aerial reconnaissance and fast-paced melee combat. Based on her design and that vibrant, glowing energy she has, here is the breakdown for her hero identity. Hero profile Maddie. Hero name Spectral. The Chromatic Spirit Hero. Quirk Ether Wave. How it works. Maddie can emit and manipulate spiritual light energy that shifts in color along a neon gradient. Purples, pinks, and cyans. Abilities. She can create hard light constructs, fire concussive energy blasts, and even create phantasmal distortions that confuse her enemy's senses. The Horn. In her human form, her horn serves as a focus point for her quirk. When she overuses her power, the horn begins to glow intensely, and she might experience a color burnout, where her energy fades to grayscale for a short time. Based on her look and the visual clues in the image, here are my proposals for Hyper-E. Hero name Turbine. An alternative option could be Slipstream. Quirk, Aerokinetic Drive. This quirk allows her to absorb and store kinetic energy, both from her own movement and impact from others, and convert it into powerful, high-speed wind currents. Her costume helps focus this power. The large turbines on her gauntlets, belt, and knees act as intake and output vents, allowing her to release blasts of air for propulsion or offensive attacks, creating the glowing effect seen around her hands. In simple terms, the faster she moves, the more powerful her wind attacks become. Her hero name is Stardust Seraph. Her quirk is called Stardust Spark. It allows her to generate and manipulate a specialized shimmering dust infused with light energy. She can use this glittering dust to create blinding flashes for distraction, illuminate dark areas, or condense the particles into solid, lightweight constructs like the energy blades seen in her hero gear. Based on her design and those cosmic features, here is a profile for Bella in the world of My Hero Academia. Hero name, the Starlight Hero Galactica. Quirk, Nebula Veil. Bella's quirk allows her to manifest and control a dense, shimmering gas that resembles a miniature galaxy. This nebula isn't just for show. She can manipulate its density to create different effects. Offense. She can condense the nebula around her hands or feet to deliver high-impact strikes that sparkle with kinetic energy. Defense/utility. She can release a massive cloud of stardust to blind enemies or create hard light platforms in the air, allowing her to walk through the sky as if she were flying. Ultimate move. Supernova. By pulling all her nebula energy into a single point, she can release a blinding flash of light and a shockwave that disorients everyone in the vicinity. Hero costume details. Her costume would likely be a sleek, dark blue tactical suit made of specialized fibers that allow her nebula gas to pass through without damaging the fabric. The star patterns on her legs and hair from her original form would be integrated as bioluminescent panels that glow brighter the more energy she stores up. The cross necklace she wears serves as a focus point for her energy, helping her stabilize the nebula when she's using it for precision tasks. For Kiddo McGee's debut in the world of pro heroes, here is a breakdown of his identity and powers. Hero name Stargazer. This name highlights the cosmic nature of his abilities and the visual focus on his eyes when his powers are active. It sounds approachable for a student hero while still hinting at a massive ceiling of power. Quirk. Celestial mass manipulation. This quirk allows him to condense atmospheric particles and raw energy into solidified, miniature celestial forms, essentially creating small-scale stars, comets, or nebulae. Capabilities. He can use these constructs as projectiles, shields, or even to manipulate local gravity fields. By focusing energy through his eyes, he can track targets with perfect precision, ensuring his celestial constructs always find their mark. Visual effect. When he uses his quirk, his eyes glow with a deep blue starlight, and his long coat seems to ripple with the colors of a distant galaxy. Based on her design and name, here's a profile for her as a hero. Hero name, the Prism Hero. Glimmering Gem. This name plays on her name Jemima, while highlighting the gem-like brilliance of her abilities. Quirk, Rainbow Solidification. Her quirk allows her to manipulate the light reflecting off her iridescent hair and wings, freezing it into solid, physical matter. Capabilities. She can weave beams of light into shimmering shields, platforms for aerial movement, or sharp crystalline projectiles. Aesthetic. The constructs she creates retain a translucent rainbow-colored glow, looking like solid aurora borealis. Drawback. The strength of her constructs depends on the brightness of the light around her. In total darkness, she has to rely on the stored energy in her own glowing wings, which can lead to exhaustion if overused. For a human version of Candy Mare in the My Hero Academia setting, here is a profile for her hero identity. Hero name, the Confectionery Terror. Her peers might also call her Sugar Shock or Sweet Mare. Quirk, Candy Coating. Her quirk allows her to secrete a specialized, highly versatile substance from her skin that mimics the properties of different types of candy. Hard Candy Shield. She can harden the substance instantly into a crystalline, armor-like shell that is incredibly difficult to shatter. Taffy Trap. She can produce a pink, viscous version that is extremely sticky, used to bind enemies or swing between buildings like a grappling line. Hypnotic Glaze. The most dangerous aspect of her quirk is the spiral effect. By concentrating, she can make the patterns on her costume or the candy she creates swirl in a hypnotic rhythm. Anyone who stares at these patterns for too long suffers from dizziness, sensory overload, and mild hallucinations, mimicking the swirling eyes seen in her original form. Hero costume and gear. To stay true to her original look, her human costume would feature a high-collar jacket with waffle cone textures on the shoulders and a utility belt shaped like a row of colorful gumballs. Her signature long red hair would remain a focal point, often flowing wildly as she uses her high-mobility taffy movements. It looks like I was a bit too excited to explain her profile and forgot to show you the final design. I have corrected this and generated her official character sheet below. Hero in training, Pink Spritz. Here is her full profile, including her custom UA high school design and her versatile quirk in action. My Hero Academia profile, human name, Misty Strawberry. Hero name, the Berrylicious Hero, Pink Spritz, or Pink Spritz for short. Quirk, Berry Burst. Class, 1A, UA High School. Quirk, Berry Burst. This versatile emitter-type quirk allows Misty to generate a pressurized, slightly viscous, and sweet-smelling strawberry liquid from her palms. The utility. She can fire high-pressure jets of this pink liquid, the Berry Spritz, To ensnare opponents, create slippery traps, or even heal minor scrapes and burns, the liquid has natural mending properties. The drawback, her quirk, is directly linked to her hydration and sugar levels. If she uses it too much without replenishing her fuel, drinking water and eating sweets like her custom fuel-up candy, she can become severely dehydrated and fatigued. Character design and accessories. Appearance. Misty is a cheerful, pale-skinned girl with large, expressive strawberry pink eyes. She retains her unique light purple hair with the pink stripe from her original form, which she wears in a playful side-swept bun, UA uniform. Her uniform has a custom twist. She wears the standard UA blazer and skirt, but replaces the typical blue necktie with her pink beret with the red and yellow leaves from her pony form, pinning it as a neck accessory over her scarf. Hero costume. Her primary suit is a modified UA training uniform, but integrated with practical elements. It features a water-resistant light pink and cream bodysuit with built-in storage pouches for water and sugar supplements, her fuel-ups. Key accessories. Specialized utility belt with nozzle gauntlets on her forearms to help focus her quirk's water jets. She continues to wear a pink beret with the leaves, now integrated into her tactical headwear. On her utility belt and a patch on her leg, a small logo shows her original cutie mark, the strawberry with leaves. With her sweet personality and versatile quirk, Pink Spritz is quickly becoming a tactical asset to Class 1A. Based on her royal design and powerful presence, here is the breakdown of her pro hero profile. Hero name Starfize. She chose this name as a tribute to her lineage and her ability to fuse different types of radiant energy into singular star-like points of power. Quirk, Radiant Manifest. This is a high-level emitter-type quirk that allows her to pull ambient light and internal energy to create physical, geometric constructs. What it does exactly. Crystalline Constructs. She can manifest jagged, star-shaped crystals made of pure magenta and cerulean energy. These can be used as shields, platforms to stand on in midair, or launched as high-velocity projectiles. Aero Defense. Her armored wings aren't just for show. They can compress black light, highly dense shadow energy, to create absolute defensive barriers that can withstand heavy physical or elemental attacks. Focus Amplification. When she enters a state of high emotional focus, the sparkle effect kicks in. Her constructs begin to pulse with a blinding light that can temporarily daze opponents while doubling the durability of her shields. The drawback. Maintaining these physical light constructs is mentally taxing. If she creates too many stars at once or holds a barrier for too long, her vision begins to blur, and she can suffer from radiant burnout, which leaves her physically exhausted and sensitive to even dim light. Based on the visual data and her character sheet, here are the details for the human version of Blue Knight in the My Hero Academia universe. Hero name Blue Knight. Her hero name is taken directly from her own name, reflecting both her celestial appearance and her connection to the nocturnal theme established by the original pony character. Quirk, Celestial Velocity. This speed-based quirk allows Blue Knight to move and react at hypersonic speeds. When active, she generates blue light trails and leaves behind ghostly afterimages, indicating her swift movement. She can likely use this momentum for devastating physical strikes or to quickly traverse the battlefield. Quirk details and sub-abilities. Beyond raw speed, the visualization in the image suggests deeper capabilities often tied to an ethereal aspect. Astral Form, the sparkling galaxy effect on her cape and body, implies that her quirk has a cosmic or energy-based element. This might mean her physical form becomes energized or semi-translucent when she reaches high velocities. Wing projection/flight. While she doesn't appear to have real biological wings, her suit features glowing wing-like structures, and the ghostly phantom behind her is fully winged. This suggests her quirk allows for limited flight, sustained gliding, or perhaps the manifestation of a winged energy armor for protection and aerial maneuverability. Aura Manifestation. The distinct blue glow surrounding her body is an outward manifestation of her internal celestial energy, possibly used for offense, energy projection, or defense, a speed-generated shield. Based on the character profile I've created for her in the My Hero Academia universe, here is the information about her hero name and quirk. Hero name, the Elemental Matrix. Quirk, Elemental Cyberflow. This quirk is a powerful hybrid ability that gives her high-tech control over raw, natural forces. Elemental generation and manipulation. She has the innate ability to generate and shape elemental energy, including fire, ice, and intense plasma. Technological channeling. She uses her integrated cybernetic enhancements as a filtering system. The large mechanical wings on her back are not just for flight. They function as energy collection and output matrices, allowing her to focus and amplify her elemental attacks with incredible precision. A crafting aspect. Inspired by her name Todoroki Craft, her quirk allows her to craft complex elemental forms on the fly, making her adaptable in combat. Essentially, she can command the elements and process that energy through advanced technology, making her a formidable and versatile pro hero.